Oh, what's up, Cable Dogs? Welcome. Yes, it's just pure luck, serendipity that happened as you came in. That was meant for like 3 weeks ago, but I got so caught up in my Lindsay Lohan interview, I completely forgot. Hello, Noel. Hello, everyone. Well, that got rid of all the fair weather viewers anyway. How many did I knock off? Yeah, only about 110. I only got rid of about 110 people by doing that song. Sure. Hi everybody. What's up? How are we doing today? Yeah, can we hear them today? I feel like we can hear them today. What am I like, eh? No, I figured I wasn't expecting everyone to stick around. I'm aware. I'm not proud. I'm not. I'm smart enough to realize that quite a lot of our viewers for that last one were Justin fans rather than C2 fans. But we're here, and I've decided to obviously milk a successful stream and bring it back. And naturally, all my light is changing as soon as I've gone on. After I spent hours getting the lighting right for these streams. So we're going to be doing some more psychic stuff, some more tarot, some more crystal balls, clairvoyancy, clairsentience, cartomancy. I'm ready to make 31. Whoa! Already. Thank you, Alec Quain. Thanks for the fox bits as well. Is that deliberate? That the fox is my little symbol, or is that just a pure coincidence once more? Is this just a day of coincidences, or should I even believe in coincidences, given that I am, of course, a true and real and honest psychic? Right, so we've got a tarot for Alec Quain. Is there a specific thing? You can ask me a specific thing. Last time we did tarot reading, we did it for the boat stuck in the canal, so it's very specific. It's a corgi? No, it's not. It's a fox. So there was a sort of specific feeling to it, a specific mission quest that we were on. Thank you. Is that a fox? It's blue. Foxes aren't blue. What are you doing? Or do you just want me to do a general reading? Because we do 6-card spreads here, 6-card universal spread. And let's see if it's as accurate to us. Thank you for following Monstar14. Monstar, of course, from Space Jam, another celebrity friend of the channel. Welcome. Thank you, Monstar. Thanks for joining in with us. Hope that I can live up to it. I wasn't looking forward to following that last stream. That is the most popular stream in C2 history, and yeah, the sounds. The follower sound is new, right? Is that something, Drazo? Did you add that recently? Because today is the first day that I've heard the follower stream. Hadn't heard it in a long while. I can't tell if that is shade on us for not gaining that many new followers per show, but I think we've been doing pretty well with ourselves. So let's do a general reading for Alec Quain, shall we? So let's go into our first spread. Do I remember what the spreads meant? No, but let's see. It's been a couple of weeks since I read a tarot. Did the previous stream have a different one? Oh, I think because I was setting this up at the same time as I usually am. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm usually setting up the stream during character select, so I'm not so active in the chat. But I had the sound running from here, so I was hearing that sound quite a lot during that. So your first card, I believe this is the first card in this 6-card spread, is how you see yourself. So how you see yourself is the star. Now, yeah, I think I probably did. Well, I don't know. I just have the general sound alerts. I'm not sure what my. I think mine is stream elements. I think I mostly use stream elements for everything. But enough shop talk. The star is how you see yourself. What does this mean, Alec Quain? Now, the star might seem like it is quite an obvious thing. Maybe it's an ego thing. You see yourself as a star. A celebrity. But what I feel about the star is that it's more about guidance. We use stars to find our way. They're tools of navigation. Yeah. So you see yourself as I believe a bit of a sort of a linchpin in the people in your lives. I think that you and this isn't a thing. I know it sounds like I'm saying you're very egotistical. You're a bit narcissistic perhaps, but I don't think that is what it is. I think it's a very good thing to realize that you are a very good friend to people. I think to be a star in somebody's life is an important role to fill, and I don't think it's that bad. And is this answer funny? No, but I'm I'm off the cuff. I don't know you that well. I don't know you that well to make fun of you. So let's go into our second card, shall we? And feel free to jump in and ask a little bit about more. With great power comes great responsibility. Exactly. Spider-Man is a star in the lives of the people around him. I think that's hard to deny.
RB alert. RB alert. Hey everybody. It's an RB alert.
Welcome, RB. Nice to see you. So your next card is the Ace of Swords. So the second card in the 6 card spread today, and if you watch the VOD of the last tarot card reading back, and it doesn't match what I'm saying today, it's because the stars are in a different alignment today. Who is Seth matched with? Null. Null, and yeah, I can see that. You've got a relationship. I think that's yeah. Now that I think about it, feels obvious. Feels like me as the future teller, as the crystal ball reader, should have seen that coming. Should have been able to tell you long ago that the two of you were connected. Hey, look, there's a very fine line between love and hate, okay? As the Immortal Bard, our friend of the channel, our follower, the Immortal Bard once said, only love can spring from your only hate. I'm paraphrasing. It's I mean, not uncommon, is it? Look at all the people who've been rivals throughout history who've fallen in love. Mozart and Salieri, Bill and Melinda Gates, um, Joe and Jill Biden. All began as rivals. Betty and Veronica, right? They all started as rivals, right, at each other's throats, but very very quickly that can turn, that can twist, that can flip upside down. Uh, Bill and Bill and Melinda Gates. Yeah, Bill and Melinda Gates. That was on my bracket. I didn't send my bracket in, but that was my winning choice for character select season finale. Was Bill and Melinda Gates. So back to your reading, Aquilane. Your second card is Ace of Swords, and the second card in a spread is how the world sees you. Okay, so the world sees you as the Ace of Swords. Once again, very upsetting, this lighting. I hate it. The Ace of Swords. What does this mean? Right? What does the Ace of Swords mean in terms of other people? This is the outer self, the exterior self, right? This is how you're perceived by the wider world, and again, this is about strength. So far, so good. You see yourself as a guiding light in people's lives, and other people see you as a source of strength. Being an Ace of Swords, you are the master of this discipline. You are a disciplined person, or that's how people feel about you anyway. You are a strong, a disciplined person. A warrior doesn't always mean in hand to hand, although I am getting the sense that you could beat up anyone in the chat right now. Anyone currently in the chat would lose to you in a hand-to-hand fight. Okay. Now, if we're adding in bow staffs, telescopic staffs, nunchucks, then there are 4 other people in the chat who could beat you in that case. But if we're just talking hand to hand, right, no brass knuckles or anything like that, nothing that's going to enhance the weight or the speed or anything like that. Just pure fists, you would rain down on 100%. I'm including myself in this as well. I'm a member of the chat first and foremost. I'm not just the host. I am also a fan, and you could absolutely destroy me in physical combat. And that's just a fact. We all saw that in you. That's how we perceive you. And the cards don't lie. Much like my hips, the cards do not lie. So this next card in the spread, the third card, is what you want. Okay, and we've pulled out the world. Where's my body? Well, I forgot that I'm going to have to answer all these questions for new people. My body. Does anyone remember the lore of what happened to my body? I'm not sure that I'm fully up to speed with what happened with it anymore. I lost it. Look, the thing about me is I'm a multiverse traveler, right? Hence the name of the show. I am Maiko, and I go through the multiverse. And at one point, quite early on, I believe around last August, I lost it. All right, I dropped it in one of the universes. I immediately went to a new universe, and I was sort of hopping around, and I can't remember where I left it. It was quite tragic at the beginning, but I have since gotten over it. Okay? It's fine now. And I will say I'm not missing everything. I'm a Rayman. I have hands, right? I can sort of maneuver around. I can float. I can get really high. I can get really low. It's it's a pretty sweet deal, to be honest. It's a pretty sweet setup. Yeah, I typically am in a sphere. I have repurposed my spider bowl that I usually live in right down there as my crystal ball. It's a very special thing. Yeah, everyone knows a Maiko. I mean, everyone knows multiple Maikos, really. It's just that they're all so distinct in accent and personality, you might not realize that you've already met a Maiko. I could be the second, third, fourth, fifth Maiko that you've run into this week. Sorry, I keep touching the mic. I don't know what that sounds like for you. Can't be great. I'm just shifting around. I'm in a slightly different setup. Whoa, those organs. I'm in a slightly different setup. I'm in a different chair. I'm in a different part of the room because I was trying to preempt the lighting messing up, and I've lost it again. I'm touching the mic. Now you see, you're getting it already. You understand how this works.
www.bigfellows.com.
Bigfellows.com. Thank you. Yeah, it looks okay, except I'm having the same problem that I did last week, where every now and again it punches a hole in my teeth. You see, it gives me a comical black smudge on my teeth. Just decides to take some of it out. But thank you very much for the big fellows. It's always so enjoyable to hear the super loud sound alerts in my ear. Yeah, there's something skin. I don't know what it is. Skin just they don't expect streamers to have skin. OBS didn't factor in the fact that we would have skin when they created all their filters, all their plugins. The chroma key does not account for skin. So your third one, what did I say this was? What you want. So what you want, Aqualane, is and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing. I've never had to say that out loud before. What you want is the world, and I think this came up in the canal stream as well. That the world doesn't necessarily. Again, it seems like I am really calling you out and having a massive head. And actually, in fact, if the cards say that, the cards say that. It's not me. Like, I don't shoot the messenger. I'm just channeling this information from the other planes. I'm not saying this about you. This is not my opinion. This is just what the cards are telling me. And the cards are telling me that what you want is the world. And as we established on the boat stream, the world is about community. You know, obviously. I mean, the world is about things being brought together. And this fits perfectly with both your self-image and your kind of exterior self, that you are a guiding light, you are strong, you are capable, as the Ace of Swords attested, and you want to bring things together. You really are the glue of your group. I can tell, and I can tell that you are going to be pivotal. You know, you're going to be an essential part of Cable 2 going forward. I can feel. You know, the more that I'm seeing this, the more information I'm being given by the spirits, by the other world, by the other planes. I'm realizing that these people I'm talking about, these people in your life, they're us. You know, the people in your life are the us's that we are along the way. And I sense that we're being brought together. I mean, you're in the chat right now. You were in the chat for the most popular show we've had on the network. You're in the chat for this, and I know that I ruined a lot of people's trust and goodwill in us. Hey, Super Jazz, Islander Mike is here. You have been I mean, who's to say that either of these shows would have been popular? You know, Character Select have got the audience it had without you being there? Would I have kept as much of the lead in as I have without you sticking around? I mean, I can't say for sure. You know, that's not really how these powers work. But I have to say it seems somewhat unlikely that I would be enjoying the lovely chat that I've got so far. Were you not a part of it? You know, you are the world to me. You know, that's what you mean to me and to many others. Someone remind me what card number we're on. That was number 3, 4. Remember 3, 4. No, I'm loving all these little pictures. I'm old. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm an old man. So if I refer to the things you're putting in chat as little pictures, do forgive the lack of internet terminology. I still want to call everything emoticons and macros. So that's just how it is. RB, I know you
RB
already have an
alert.
alert, but
RB alert. Hey everybody. It's an RB alert.
if I'm not mistaken, you were on a different account before. And now you're watching on cable2.tv. That's exciting. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, we don't have a little thing coming up on the bottom yet. We don't have a Stream Elements thing for the website, but we have a new website. Well, we've had the website for a while, but it is actually up now, thanks to the very, very hard work of Draza and Arby. And I was in the channel saying yes, I like this to everything and contributing nothing. Yeah, the website looks great. It works. You can watch the show on it. I as a trial for the first ever time in a tweet, I directed people to the website rather than just straight to the Twitch. Thank you for following Greenish. I love these chimes. I really like these chimes. They fit in really well with the format today. I think the chimes feel very, very mystical. So card number 4. So what have we had so far? Does anyone remember what these cards mean? Card number 4 is what have we had? How you see yourself, how the world sees you, what you want. Uh, Card number 4. Anyone remember what card number 4 is going to be? Let's say card number 4 is what you need, okay? Because that's not always the same thing. All right, what you want and what you need. In fact, as the Rolling Stones taught us so many years ago, uh, you can't always get what you want, but you might get what you need. Which proves there is a distinction between the two of them. Who have we got match today? Ooh, Meg and Egg. That's perfect. Your couple name would just be Meg, which is great because you don't need to remember a new name. I make a grown man cry. I try and make at least one grown man cry per day, if I can help it. So what you need, the devil. Now don't be scared, okay? Do not be scared of the devil. The devil is not necessarily a bad card to pull. It is like death. I think I said exactly this on the last stream. Sometimes when you pull a card that seems like it is nothing, it can't be anything but negative. It's not always the case. How death can be, the death of something bad and the rebirth of something new. The devil being your greatest need is not necessarily a bad thing. I would absolutely close the window. Do close the window. I'm not saying that we want the devil to get in anyone else's life. The devil is perhaps good for you, but not necessarily everyone else. You don't want the devil to just be free. Okay, keep the devil locked up. Keep the devil boxed up. I need the devil. Well, as Mick Jagger also told us, we should have sympathy for the devil. This is now a Jagger stream. Somebody please change the stream to reflect. I'm no longer doing tarot. I'm just talking about Mick Jagger. So you need the devil. Now the devil is a contrast. Okay. Now we're talking we're talking about the devil, even in the biblical sense, and the devil has been appropriated in so many different ways. Satanists are not necessarily worshipping the Judeo-Christian version of Satan. The devil is let's say the devil's a metaphor, and some of you may believe in a more literal devil, but even within a biblical sense, even within the scope of the Gospels, the devil exists to provide a contrast to God, right? It's not enough for God to have sent down the rules and given the guidance and given us the ability to do all the great things to have paradise. The devil was an essential part of that. The devil was part of the plan. There needs to be another option. Free will. I mean, it kind of means nothing if the only choices are the right choices, right? There's kind of a test aspect. It is a bit dickish. We can't we can't really deny that. Not to go all new atheism on everyone, because clearly I am a spiritual person. Don't smoke. No, do not smoke pot on April 20th. All right. That's what the devil wants you to do. Okay. And the devil's given you that option. And it's great you have that option because that's what makes free will free. I would not recommend doing that. Not if you want to get into heaven. Okay. That's what Cable 2 is all about. I'm trying to guide you to get into heaven. You know, Super Jazz, you know the origin of the name. All right. Maiko is Hebrew for godlike. Okay. Who is like God. I am here as God's emissary on earth to let you all know how to live. And we don't need the devil's lettuce here, okay? Regular loose leaf lettuce, iceberg, cos, nothing else. Heaven, no, not a single toker in heaven. Not a single one. When people talk about, oh, they're putting together a good band up in heaven, we got Jimmy hanging out with Elvis and Johnny Cash and Amy Winehouse, and they're all jamming up there. They're not. They're all in hell, okay? And I don't want to upset anyone by saying that. It's just a fact, and I can say it's a fact because I have, the ability to commune with the other side. They are all in hell, and they're not allowed their instruments. Their instruments have been confiscated. They are grounded. Okay, they are grounded, not allowed. Sorry, I'm very passionate about who's in hell and who's not, because I'm cursed with the knowledge of this. I know who's in hell, and it's all I can do not to spend my days correcting people. I just don't want to upset anyone. Null, Null's tuning back in. Well, that's a lesson to you. Okay, that's a godlike lesson to you to teach you never to tune out. You've seen enough multiverse episodes that you can't skip 30 seconds of a multiverse show and still know what's going to happen next. There is no remit. There is no set wheelhouse. There's no fixed topic at all. You never know if suddenly it's going to turn into a video game of my face stuck onto a bunch of dating simulator characters, or if I'm going to become Batman, or if I'm going to be reading out a crystal ball. It's just the life. So that's life with Mikey. Okay, and that's another pop culture reference. This is now a pop culture stream. I'm going to be one of those guys who just relates everything to pop culture. I think I need to watch some more Marvel stuff so that I can really get on it, because we don't compare everything to Harry Potter anymore, do we? Everything is the Avengers, and I'm out of the loop. I just don't know who. I don't know which one, which politician is Thor and which politician is the Hulk. But I promise you that I will learn within the next month. Oh no, yeah. Sorry if you just tuned out. Hi to everyone who's just tuned in. This is Multiverse, your daily advice show to let you know: do not smoke pot on April 20th or any other day, or you will not get into heaven. Do they allow rock and roll music and jazz in hell? Well, I think for some people, jazz is hell. Not for me. I'm actually I like jazz. But yeah, I'm still in late Mike mode from a few weeks ago. I can't help it. So what was I saying? Aqualane, I'm sorry, you've been so patient. If this is the first time watching a multiverse, you have to realize. If this is your first time watching Multiverse and you were expecting to get a straight answer to a single question within 10 minutes of asking the question, I'm sorry, that is not the way the show works. I will spend an hour. The Conan string dance doesn't really work when you don't have a body, does it? Just have a little sip of my coffee. Aqualane, you've been so patient. So what you need is the devil, and the devil is about contrast. That's where we got onto this, right? The devil was created to provide good. There's no light without shade. Okay, there's no good without bad. Everything is about contrast. We live in a land of contrast, right? America is a land of contrasts. Even though I think Cable 2 is canonically in Brazil, as Vin Diesel says. I could be wrong. The law gets messy sometimes. Oh, sorry, Greg. Sorry for scaring you. The devil will go soon. I promise. As soon as we move on to the next card. But that's what you need: contrast. Because although I have been really trying to lift you up, talking about all the great things, the great way that you are perceived, the great ways that you behave among your your loved ones, your family and your friends. Um, as we talked about with the boat, it's okay to be selfish, and selfishness is a valid thing, is a requirement. Really, you have to sometimes do things for yourself. What you need is to take a little more time for yourself. Is to start thinking about number one. Okay, start thinking about yourself just a little bit more. That's what you need. Is that contrast. You need to be able to do things that you might be stuck thinking are bad things to do because they don't necessarily benefit others. And I'm not talking about things that hurt others. Just sometimes you think, oh, well, the only person who's going to enjoy me, sitting down and having a cup of tea and a chocolate bar is me. So I can't do that because I should be out doing charity work or helping one of my friends complete their essay or something. But you should be taking a bit more time for yourself. That is what you need. So let's go on to card number 5. And card number 5 is what is card number 5? Card number 5 is I remember what card number 6 is. It's very frustrating that there's a middle one that I just I'm less prepared today. I don't know why. I'm much more prepared technically, but I'm card number 5 is just the devil. Card number 5 is the devil. Card number 5 tells you how you feel about the devil, and that would be, you would think it'd be the devil, but in fact it is judgment. Okay, card number 5 is about how you feel about card number 4. That's canon. All right, you don't like it, go to another psychic. That is the way it works on this show in particular. How you feel about the last card is judgment, okay? And we know this. I've already established, I've got a good read on you. You can't tell me that I was wrong in saying that you don't like to be a selfish person. You don't like to think just about yourself. You feel like you will be judged by others for taking a little time for yourself, for having a bubble bath. Judging the devil. That's what Jagger should have sung about. Okay, judging the devil. We should have judgment for the devil. Reserve your judgment for the devil. Only God can judge us mortals, but we can judge the devil, and we find him wanting. Gossip. And look, you guys, throughout the multiverse, every version of Maiko, I hate to gossip. You know I hate to gossip, but that devil is no good, okay? He's a lech, all right? He is a cheat. He is a braggart. Okay, I've seen him consorting with himself, and that is a yeah, this is a passionate stream. This is a passionate stream, and I will not apologize. Right, I'm just trying to keep the energy. We just had a big show, and I want people to know that there is value in all of us. Yes. Oh no. Oh yes. Okay. Oh yes. The devil is not for us. Repeat after me, everyone. The devil is not for me. I will not let him in. The devil is not for me. I will not let him in. Everybody, and I'm just trusting that you're all saying that out loud. You're doing a network. You're opening up your window. You're screaming it at your neighbors out into the city. Everyone is hearing you, and everyone on the street is caught up in it, and they're chanting it themselves. They're all very excited. They're all getting very animated. They're all getting very passionate. I'm winning, Null, because I will be making it into God's eternal kingdom. As will all of you if I have anything to say about it. Oh no, you're not moving your hand back and forth as you say it, are you? Am I allowed to do that? No. Can I do that gesture on here? Is that against toss? Or or is it toss? Is that a joke that translates across the pond? I don't know. So that's how you feel about the last card. No, I can't do that. Well, I didn't do it, so that's fine. I didn't do it. I did it as a demonstration. It was a parody, and then I asked if I was allowed to do it, which is fine. I know I am. No, look, I've come. I'm trying so hard not to talk about a thing that I can't even say, but I realized every single thing that I do for Cable 2 devolves into me talking about gun violence or death or something that is very clearly not allowed. And I'm really trying very hard to stop doing it. I don't want to be the guy who talks about mass murder on every show. So I've graduated to talking about weed and sex on air, and that's just going to be my thing now. I really can't help it. I can't help but be cancelled. I'm a shock jock. Thank you. Thank you, Meg. I am. Look, I didn't want to be a bad boy, right? I wanted to be the nice guy. Okay, I wanted to be the nice guy. I wanted to be the lovable one. You know, I'm much like our friend Alaquane. I am a people pleaser. You know, I want to be. I want to be wanted. I want to be liked. I want to be respected. But there's just something about me. There's something in my head that it just. I can't have a conversation on camera without talking about something that I know will get me banned, that I know I'm not allowed to do. Yeah, God, I hate that everybody knows that I'm the guy you come to for weed and sex. I hate that that's my reputation. Uh, yeah, sorry, I've got your attention. I'm the the bad boy of the show. Whoa, can we say those numbers? Can we even say those numbers in chat? No, Egg. I haven't forgotten. Okay, I'm keeping track. My head might be a massive fog of of fog. It might be completely unable to keep track of a single conversation. It might be completely unable to not talk about things that I know are going to get me in trouble. I can't help being a troublemaker. I've always been a troublemaker. It's not my fault. I was a bad student. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everyone told me I was trouble, and I became trouble. What do you want? What else could I have been? Okay, what else could I have turned into? I can say the number as long as I don't say what the numbers are reference to. Well, it's a good thing I don't know what those numbers mean. 4 star 0, 6 star. Yeah, that's the bad thing about getting more viewers, is that there are more people, there are more variables. I don't know who is going to snitch on me or not. So far we've skirted under the radar. Nobody has known what I've been talking about, but now people are paying attention, and that's dangerous. So your final card is the outcome. Okay, your final card is the outcome. I know we've not been talking specifically about anything, but you know, there is still an outcome to all of this, because we have touched on some things. I think some things about what you need, you know, what you're gonna do uh, moving forward if you want to achieve something closer to self-actualization. And so the likely outcome is death. And I know that I have just said that death can sometimes be a good thing, but in this case, it is death. That is, well, that's where your life's leading. It feels like a cop out. I could say that for everyone, but actually, again, I can tell you that 3 members of the chat will not die. You're just not one of them. Sorry, you are going to die. I can't. I'm trying to get hold of the when and the how and the where, but I'm afraid I'm drawing a blank. I'm pulling up nothing. All I can say is that you're gonna die. Right, so we've got 2 questions to answer. I hope that answered your question. I hope that provided you with some sense of relief and self knowledge there. I hope that answered some of the questions you might have had within, even if you didn't know exactly what questions you were going to be answering. So yeah, as T Swift said, I was trouble when I walked in. Actually, sort of said. I'm paraphrasing a lot today, but I was trouble when I walked out. I was trouble. You know, from the cradle onwards, trouble in the womb. Actually, wasn't. I was a very good baby. I didn't even kick, but I was huge. I was a big baby. So in that sense, not so nice to give birth to me, I would imagine. I haven't asked specifics, but I cannot imagine it was a pleasant experience. So which politician, asks Egg, was it the Hulk? I'm just gonna check up here, just gonna make sure that was the superhero that you wanted. Exactly. Yeah. Which politician is the Hulk? I was a good baby. I was a good baby as much as I had control over being a baby. Anyway, there were some things about me, such as my size, that I couldn't. Um, don't have to elaborate. I said I didn't know. No, I didn't know which politician is the Hulk, but there might be someone out there in one of the other planes, you know, one of the other verses that I have access to, that might know. So let's dip into the crystal ball, shall we? Look at this. I got to say, some of the lighting on my face is not doing well, but look how clean the hand is. I was tempted, look, just to do a hand stream. I mean, we could do Cable Two's Adam's Family. That's it. Look, it's possible, and then I can double as two characters. You know, I can be the Thing. Is it Thing? The little hand, and also someone else just on a different square. I just have two cameras set up. It could be a hand model. Back in the day, I was submitted for a few things back when I had an agent, and a lot of them did require. They were like, okay, now for the slate, do your hands like that and like that. We want to get a look at them. I don't think I've ever had pretty hands. I've yeah, I mean they're not. They're probably worse hands, but I don't. They're not the sort of hands that you buy from. Uh, 10-hour hands. Oh, a 10-hour hand stream would be good, wouldn't it? We should do more stuff like that. What's that theater style where they have the guys in the black morph suits moving stuff around? C2 Adams Family. Genuinely, when I as soon as that popped into my head, it seems like a good idea. It's not. We've done movies before. We can absolutely do it. Yeah, hand stream as I prepare a meal, but I will be green screening the rest of me out, so it will still be like this, just picking up broccoli and slicing it. Not sure exactly how that's going to work, um, but it will. I trust that it will. So, which politician is the Hulk? I promise. Look, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be answering. I'm gonna be answering questions. Dare I click the link? No, I'm not gonna get caught out of this, but I will. I'll see it afterwards. Is this the answer? Oh, do I have? I have to click it, don't I? Okay, I'll be back. Um, yeah, sure. I've lost all of the rest of the chat, but I remember what the questions were. Don't worry. I knew that was a. I knew that was a risk, and I took it anyway. Right? I'm a big boy. I make my own choices. So which politician is the Hulk? Okay, let's see what the crystal ball has to say. So the crystal ball, as usual, I don't know. I don't know where the crystal ball is picking these up from, but it's very aquatic, isn't it? It's very aquatic. The pictures that it brings up. I'm losing teeth by the second here. What's going on? Uh, Trying to interpret. What is the answer to the question? Adam's Family values into Tenet is great. How do we do it? We'll figure it out at another time. Maybe there'll be an answer. Maybe I'll ask the crystal ball. We've got some more time. I'm answering a couple of questions. As always, I didn't mention, but this is real, by the way. You can text that number and I will get it. You don't have to. You can just put it in the chat. It kind of makes more sense to put it in the chat. Either way, you're spending your money. You might as well give it directly to us rather than to your phone company. So, in answer to which politician is the Hulk, we have this. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Is it? I think it is. I think it's the sea. I think it's the crashing sea against some rocks. And which politician do we know who reminds us of the sea? I mean, I would look at that picture and I would say, "Hey, oh, sea!" Right? So I think that's our answer. I think that we have our answer. Which politician is the Hulk? It's AOC, okay? Which of course makes the squad the Avengers, which I think we all knew. It's about time the Avengers were girl bosses, wasn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? It is. So I hope that answers your question, dear viewer. The big green new deal. Yeah, exactly. There's too many things that work for that not to be the correct answer to that question. The crystal ball wouldn't have told me that was the answer if it wasn't the answer. No, do not apologize. I love comparing politicians to things from kids programming. Yeah, C2 Adams Family sounding better and better, isn't it? And once again, I want to put it in my audition. Doesn't work if I put it in front of the face, does it? Didn't think about that. Got to get the face out of the way. But look at that. That works. So Arby asked, Arby, I'm not going to make you pay again, but please repeat your question. I lied when I said that I remembered what it was. But if you remind me what you wanted to know, I wiped the chat. Because I'm not clever. Okay, I told you I was a bad student. I haven't got any smarter since school. That's not really how it works. Not for a guy like me. So please do remind me what you wanted to know, and then I will be able to answer it. In fact, I mean, I can get to work. Oh, Roman aqueduct. Oh yeah, how was I going to remember that? I don't know why I thought I would keep that in mind while also keeping a separate uh, question in mind and coming up with an answer for it. Are Roman aqueducts going to come back in style within the next year? I mean, it feels possible, doesn't it? I mean, it feels very, very possible. Let's have a little look at what the crystal ball says. I mean, that that's got to be a yes, right? What are the chances? That uh, coming from a guy who Fantasy Flight viewers will know is very into Italy. I can tell you, for those viewers less familiar with Italy, this is an Italian building. It's one of the main Italian buildings. It's not in Rome, but I think it's close enough. You know, sometimes the messages we get from the spirits are not you know very literal. You know, it's not like they don't just tell you the answer in plain language. But I think if you're asking a question about Rome and it shows you a picture of Pisa, that's close enough. That is close enough. It is a classic Italian building. It is one of the best buildings. I love Pisa. I've been to Pisa. I really enjoy Pisa. Um, I, I I collect, as many of you. In fact, I think none of you know Pinocchios, uh, which sounds like a weird thing. If you know me or have seen me doing anything Cable 2 related ever before, or anything ever, you'll know that it's not that weird, considering who I am and what I do and what I enjoy. But Pisa is where it started. I got my first ever Pinocchio from Pisa. Unfortunately, I do not have that Pinocchio anymore. Its nose fell off. But I have fond memories of Pisa because it's the first time I ever got a Pinocchio. And every time I've been to Italy since, I have bought another Pinocchio. It's not always like a puppet, but it's like a little thing, because they've got the classic wooden thing with a red hat and the red costume. I really like it. They do sell them over here, but I only like them when they're fresh from Italy, because that's just how little fixations, little obsessionalities work. Sometimes it's got to be specific. So yeah, I think to answer your question, Roman aqueducts are absolutely coming back into style, and within the next year, yeah, because look how close that is. Look how close we are to the Leaning Tower there. Uh, that means it's close. You know, Italy is coming back in a big way. Okay, the Roman Empire is returning, and it's bringing its aqueducts with it. Your soulmate is Yurodov. Now, see that. I mean, I don't know, Yurodov. Do you speak Italian? I know you have spoken Italian on Cable 2 stuff before, right? But I don't know if that's one of. I know you're a polyglot, right? You're very, very good with linguistics. Uh, but I think, again, that is fate. You know, that is connected. There's no way that can't be connected. That you would find yourself psychically matched with a gorgeous member of our chat, one of the most gorgeous members. I think we'll all agree. I don't think that's a controversial stand to take. You don't speak Italian. Okay, that's fair enough. I only speak a little bit of Italian. I'm not very good at it. I have periods. I really want to be good at languages. I really do. Like I said, my head doesn't really work in terms of learning things, and languages particularly, especially, you know, if you're trying to learn a language at 30, that is difficult. Um, but Italian is the language I always go back to. I keep making progress, and then I'll get distracted, and then I'll try and come back, and I'll be like, oh, I've got to start this all over again, because I can't just jump in, you know, on lesson 13. But one of these days, I promise you, I will speak a little bit more. An aqueduct and a water slide, yeah, essentially. I mean, yeah, I don't think I do remember, Arby, you did ask me. You asked me about water parks last week, and I think I did answer that. That was one of the texts that came in, and I told you, you know, water parks are in your future, and an aqueduct and a water park pretty closely related. I mean, many of you might not know this, and I know I just said I don't speak much Italian, but I am, you know, I'm also, as I have mentioned sometimes, and not to not to violate the TOS by talking about greens again, but I am also a horticulturist, and as such, I have to learn some amounts of Latin. I have to have some knowledge of Latin words. Don't necessarily have to be able to string sentences together, but I do recognize Italian words, Italian terms. And aqua, for those of you that don't know, is water. Aqua is water, and duct is slide. So aqueduct is in fact Latin for water slide. The meaning has been corrupted slightly, but not that much. Very little difference. Very little difference. I was just thinking about wild swimming today. Don't do enough wild swimming. It's hard to over here because we don't really have any warm water. But yeah, I agree. Arby, you're going to have a fantastic summer. This is going to be the summer of Arby. You mark my words. I'm seeing it. I'll give you this one for free. Okay. I mean, do I need to elaborate? That is what your summer is going to look like. I mean, water. Okay. Water right there. And underneath, it does look a bit like a body bag. But as I said, sometimes these things they take some measure of interpretation. You know, some amount of lateral thinking to really get exactly what they're trying to express to you. And I would say, what's the difference between a mat on a helter skelter and a body bag? Really, in practical terms, they're kind of interchangeable, really, aren't they? There's not really a lot of difference in terms of structure, in terms of usage, in terms of potential. So I would say this is for you. Okay, this is where you are supposed to be. I can psychically feel it winding down now. I'm almost hesitant to leave because we still have a lovely amount of people, and we're not following immediately into something today, are we? We've got a few hours break before our next show starts, which is please do stick around. Those of you that are here now for the first time, please do stick around later on. I mean, don't stick around. You can stick around, but we're not immediately going into something. But keep an eye on. If you followed, you'll hopefully get a notification. Otherwise, join the Discord. The Discord link is on the main page, and you can come along, and there'll be an announcement put in there that'll let you know that a new show is starting. When it does start, because we've got some great shows. I think we still got Warp Zone and Fantasy Flight later on. Yes, thank you to everyone who has joined us for the first time today as well. I'm not just talking to you to plug to you, but thank you for following. Thank you for those of you who stuck around. I know a lot of people would have jumped into the last show for Justin, because Justin is obviously very talented, very popular, and I know that Justin was streaming straight afterwards, so a lot of people hopped over to that stream. But for those of you that stuck with us, thank you very much. To the regulars, thank you. I love you always. And yeah, do jump on the Discord. Come and hang out with us and stick around for the next shows. What do we say? I'm good. I'm really glad. I'm very, very glad that you had a good time. I didn't know what following that show was going to be like at all, because I know that I'm not doing quite the same thing. I'm not quite as elaborate. Yeah, the Discord is great. I'm gonna just give you just a few moments to let me know. Would you like to hear Imp Bizkit again? I can close out the show with a musical number. If you're sick of listening to Imp Bizkit, I'll just jump straight into the end credits. But I want to leave that up to you. I don't want to shock you with it. I don't want to force you into listening to Imp Bizkit. So have a little think about that just for a moment, just for the length of time it takes me to finish off my coffee. Arby's voted twice, which is cheating, but that's okay. All right. I'm hearing that we want it. So playing us out for the last time, ladies and gentlemen, Imp Bizkit, and I will see you all in the next show and next week. Bye, guys.